Hello and welcome to our review of the Celebrity Summit cruise ship, which whilst one of the oldest and smallest to cruise for the Celebrity Cruise Line, it is a ship that has seen a whole new lease of life after undergoing a full refurbishment in 2019. That has seen the ship being able to offer the same standard of furnishings, public areas and staterooms that you would expect from the newest Celebrity ships, all whilst being able to keep its small ship charm. That makes it a great choice for those who love the line but who prefer to keep away from its larger ships such as those of the Solstice and Edge classes. But as fans of bigger ships ourselves, just how would we find the Summit for our transatlantic cruise from Reykjavik in Iceland to Boston in the United States? In this Celebrity Summit review, we take you through what we liked about the ship, what could be better, and we take you through all aspects of cruising on board the wonderful Celebrity Summit cruise ship. As ever, don't forget to like and subscribe, and why not leave a comment below? We would love to hear your views on this ship. My name is Darren, and this is our guide to the wonderful Celebrity Summit cruise ship. To start with, I'll say outright how we loved our cruise on the Summit. So most things we found to be good, with few negatives. For this review, I will just mention the things that really added to our holiday. To start with, we love the theatre on the Summit, as not only is it a great venue that really feels like an actual theatre, but it offers a great variety of entertainment. This includes having a house band, something so many lines are phasing out, good in-house production shows, and a good range of acts including singers, impersonators and comedians. Long-term viewers will know that we love the Cafe Obacchio tea room on Celebrity ships, and one problem we have found with it is trying to find an available table. That wasn't a problem on the Summit however, as no matter what time of day we went, we always got a seat, and as ever the service, food and drink was top notch. The staff on board the Summit were also some of the friendliest we have come across and really added to our adventure. One great thing about our cruise was that the line had a couple of experts on board to give talks, with one being a natural world expert giving talks on the Arctic region and the animals we would see along our cruise of the region. If you're used to sailing on board larger ships, even with the same line, you will find that the size and age of the ship does mean that there are some differences. One of the biggest issues for us was the lack of variety in most aspects, as a holiday on the Summit is quite structured, but that actually turned into a positive in some ways. We prefer port-intensive cruises, but with many sea days on our transatlantic sailing, the structured days actually help pass the time. The food in the buffet was of high quality, but due to its small size there was a lack of variety throughout the sailing. A similar thing occurred with the entertainment on board, where the same musicians played in the lounges and the atrium at the same time of the day. One minor negative that we came across was the lack of information from the captain. On previous cruises, we would get an informational announcement from the captain on sea days, and a quick welcome back or update on port days, but on the Summit this was kept to the bare minimum. All of those were small issues, but one big problem on board was the lack of availability in the dining room. Celebrity offer a dine when you want option in the main dining room, but from day one on our sailing, the only availability for us was from 8:30 onwards, which is just too late. Our stateroom was an inside cabin, on deck 8 in the midship area. This proved to be a great location that offered easy access to all parts of the ship, and meant we used a glass lift on a daily basis. The room was spacious, especially for an inside cabin, and featured all you would expect from a Celebrity room, including a huge comfy bed, lots of storage, a number of USB ports, a big TV, a comfortable seating area, and a large bathroom with the all-important glass shower door. As is the case with most ships, the passenger areas on board the Summit can be split into 3 areas. The lower decks are public spaces that include things such as the onboard shops, bars, the theatre, the atrium and some staterooms. The middle part of the ship is where the majority of staterooms are found, whilst the upper decks are where things such as the pool deck, buffet, observation lounge and solarium are found. We will now take you through what is on board the Summit and where it can be found on a deck by deck basis. Starting at the bottom of the ship, Deck 1 is where the medical centre is found, and where you will board a ship when tendering. Known as the Continental Deck, Deck 2 is home to some of the cheapest cabins on board, including internal and outside cabins. Deck 3 is also home to some internal and outside cabins, but there are also some public areas, starting at the front of the ship, where the ground floor of the theatre is found. In the midship area is the lower part of the Grand Foyer, which includes the shore excursion, concierge, guest relations and captain's club desks. Heading towards the aft, both the meeting place and the Tuscan Grill restaurant are found. The next deck, as you have probably guessed from its name, is where the ship's promenade is found, although this is somewhat of a disappointing one on the summit, as it doesn't wrap around at the front or back. This deck also features the theatre at the very front, with the middle and lower levels accessible via the main entryway. As you head towards the middle of the ship, you first encounter the retreat lounge, for the use of only those staying in the retreat section of the ship, and then there's the photo gallery. After that, you have the casino, before arriving once again at the midship Grand Foyer, which on this level features the martini bar. After the midship stairs, you walk straight into the rendezvous lounge, which acts as one of the main entertainment areas and where things such as the art auction takes place. Heading into the aft section, you have the Luminaire restaurant, once again just for those in the retreat section, before arriving at the lower level of the main dining room, known as the Cosmopolitan restaurant. The lower level is where those who pick a set dining time will be sat. As you would expect from a deck given the name entertainment, Deck 5 is one of the main areas of the ship for enjoying yourself, with live music found in the foyer, Cafe Baccio and the Cellar Masters Bar, but the fun starts once more at the very front of the ship, where the upper tier of the theatre is found. From the top level of the theatre, you can also head out onto the ship's helicopter pad, when it is open for sailing past places of special interest. To get to the theatre from the midship area, you need to walk through the onboard shops and the future cruise desk. Behind those is the top level of the Grand Foyer, where you will find the gelateria and Cafe Baccio tea room. Heading aft from the midship area, you walk through the Cellar Masters Bar and Lounge, past the Sushi and 5 Specialty Restaurant, before ending at the top level of the Cosmopolitan MDR, which is where you will sit if you choose a dine at any time option. To the side of the MDR is the Blue Restaurant, which is only open for those staying in Aqua Class suites. Heading upwards from there, decks 6, 7, 8 and 9 only feature staterooms, and it is here where the veranda cabins start. The resort deck is home to some suites next to the spa and fitness centre, which are located at the very front of the ship, behind the solarium, which houses an adult-only swimming pool, although there were a couple of hours a day set aside for families on our cruise, and the spa cafe, where healthy snacks can be had. The middle of deck 10 is where the main swimming pool area is found, and also the main sunbathing area, if you are not in the North Atlantic like we were. Between the solarium and the swimming pool itself is a poolside bar, and at the far side of the pool is a stage for music acts and activities, and the pool grill, where you can grab included burgers and hot dogs, and there is a small bottle bar and soft drink station here. Most of the aft section of the ship is given over to the Ocean View Cafe, which is the summit's buffet and ice cream area, with the sunset bar in the very aft section of the ship giving great views of the ship's wake. The final full deck on the summit is Deck 11, known as Sunrise, although only half of it is for the use of most cruisers. The deck starts with the Sky Lounge, or the Observation Lounge, at the very front, which also acts as an entertainment venue, which sadly takes away from having a quiet place to relax and take in the stunning views. One side of the lounge is given over to the kids clubs of the Camp at Sea and X Club, as well as the video arcade. The midship area is the upper level of the swimming pool deck, which is where you will find sun lounges, the jogging track and the mast bar. At the entrance to the midship lift bank is the Cuisine restaurant, where you will find the interactive Le Petit Chef dining experience. You can then walk down the sides of the ship, on the outside, to a set of stairs that take you up to Deck 12, with the rear of Deck 11 being given over to Aqua Class cabins. The top deck of the Celebrity Summit, known as the Sports Deck, is only the aft section of the ship. It features a basketball court under the funnel, which is also used for mini football and pickleball. Behind that, and at the very aft of the ship, is the rooftop terrace, which has a choice of seating, with much of it facing the giant movie screen for watching movies under the stars. There is also access down some of the steepest steps we have ever experienced on the cruise ship, to deck 10 and the sunset bar for grabbing some drinks. So all that remains to be said is thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed our video and see you next time.